In this video, I'm going to show you how you can shoot high quality low light video with your Insta360 X5 and how to get shots like these in situations where 360 cameras typically struggle. Nighttime scenes, Christmas lights, or dim indoor environments. But with the X5's new sensor, upgraded processing, and a brand new low light shooting mode, you can get dramatically cleaner results if you set your camera up properly. On paper, it's already one of the strongest 360 cameras for shooting pretty much anything, but particularly low light. In the test that I did, the X5 usually came out on top for low light shooting. But the truth is, in many situations, you still need to learn how to set your camera up properly for shooting in these kinds of environments. So in this video, I'm going to teach you what settings actually matter, what the settings actually do, whether you should be shooting in automatic mode, manual, or the new pure shot mode, and which settings to use for still shots and moving shots. Throughout this video, you're going to be seeing plenty of different examples of different environments, different levels of light, moving, not moving, manual, not manual, but you'll always see the settings that I use on the bottom of the screen. And this is just so you can copy the exact settings that I used for every shot. So if you feel like you want to shoot a similar shot, you'll know exactly which settings to use. So let's talk about manual versus automatic mode for shooting in low light. Just like most other cameras, the Insta360 X5 defaults to auto mode for all of your shots, and that is absolutely fine when you're shooting in daylight in good lighting conditions. But the moment you start shooting at night, even if it is in a well-lit city or you're surrounded by artificial lights, the camera struggles with the huge difference between dark skies and bright artificial lights. In auto mode, you'll often see overexposed highlights, grainy shadows, motion blur when walking, shaky lights, especially if you're shooting around this time of the year with the Christmas lights or anywhere where there's bright lights in a city. But we can fix this with just a few adjustments to the manual settings in the camera. If you want more in-depth tutorials on how to use your Insta360 X5, including full breakdowns of setting up, shooting, and editing, then check out my Ultimate Insta360 video course. There are over 70 lessons on there now, most of them exclusive. You won't find them on YouTube. They're very detailed, much more detailed than I go into on YouTube, to teach you exactly how to get the best out of your Insta360 X5, and I'm always adding to that course, so it's growing and growing and growing. I have a discount link for that course in the description of this video just for YouTube viewers, so check that out if you want to. The X5 also adds a brand new low light shooting mode designed specifically for nighttime scenes. It's called Purevideo and is easily accessible in the camera menu system. What this mode does is it prioritizes dynamic range, it reduces noise, it tries to adjust for motion compensation to reduce that kind of vibration. In my comparisons, I did find the Purevideo mode to reveal the most details in all the environments that I shot in, and certainly if you're filming people, if you want to see people's faces and details in the dark areas, then the Purevideo mode is amazing at bringing out those details and just getting the most detail even in the darkest environments. However, I would say if you're more focusing on the actual lights, for example Christmas lights or neon lights, and you want those to be more in focus, then the Purevideo does kind of wash those out a bit. It looks a little bit artificial sometimes, so it's not always the best option. So Purevideo is definitely a great addition, and it makes shooting with the X5 at nighttime much easier. You don't necessarily have to go in and adjust the settings that I'm going to show you now, but just bear in mind that it's not always the best, particularly if you're moving quite a lot. We're going to want to go in and adjust those settings. So a quick explanation of what the different manual settings are. First, we have ISO. ISO controls how sensitive the sensor is to light. The higher the ISO, the brighter the image. So a general rule is to keep the ISO as low as possible. An ideal range is between 200 and 600, and you'd only want to push the ISO above 800 if it's really dark or if you're shooting moving video. Next up is shutter speed, which controls how long each frame is exposed for. A low shutter speed equals more motion blur but brighter video. A high shutter speed equals sharper motion but darker images. And the third up is white balance, which doesn't really affect image quality, but just the tone of the video, whether it's more yellow or blue in hue, and somewhere around the middle, that's a kind of neutral color tone. let's get into the best settings for the type of shot you want to shoot in low light. The best settings for still shots, that is the camera attached to a tripod with no movement. This is really the best way to shoot low light video because movement is really a problem for the camera. Now, a word on frame rate, it doesn't really matter, like if you're shooting 25, 30, 50, if you're in the UK, I was shooting at 25 frames per second. In the US, you'll probably be shooting 30 frames per second. So that difference doesn't really matter. You can just stick to 25 or 30. So my recommended settings for still shots in low light are: keep the frame rate at 25 or 30 frames per second. Have the shutter speed at either 1-50 or 1-60, basically double the frame rate. Keep the ISO low, 100 to 300. The white balance is always going to be based on the lighting. If you find the scene to still be too dark, then you can start pushing the ISO up to around about 600, and that should give you enough light. Right, next up, my best settings for shooting low light moving video with the Insta360 X5. So this will be walking, panning, even some slightly faster video like running. If you're attaching your camera to a car or a motorbike, this will also be the settings you want to use. You definitely don't want to use auto mode when shooting any moving video, because you'll just see the lights shake or flicker, the movement looks jittery, and every footstep shows up in the exposure with this kind of weird vibration. Thankfully, the fix is quite simple, and that is basically increasing the shutter speed. So these are my settings for moving video. Frame rate 25 or 30, shutter speed between 1-100 all the way up to even 1-350 or 400. This is going to depend on how much you are moving and how much light is available. ISO is going to be higher. It's going to be between 500 and 800, but the X5 has better noise reduction than previous 360 cameras, so we can get away with raising the ISO and not having too much grain. Now you'll notice in some of the examples I give, the settings are slightly different. That's because you need to play around with the settings depending on how much light is available. If you know there's not that much light, then you're going to have to raise the ISO. If you know you're going to be moving more than just a slow walk, then you're going to have to raise the shutter speed or the image is going to be blurry. Now, I didn't mention white balance in those settings. That's because it doesn't really affect image quality. It just affects how the kind of color you have. So here are some white balance tips. If the lights you're shooting are like white LEDs, winter lights, then keep the ISO to between 2800 and 3500. That will give a crisp bluish tone, which is ideal for those kind of winter lights. If you have kind of mixed colors, so like city lights or decorations, then keep the white balance neutral at 3800 to 4200. If you want to create a warm hue, so if the street lights are already yellowish, then a white balance of between 4800 and 5200 would be best. That will really impact the kind of feel and vibe of your video, but it won't impact how the video works and whether it's bright enough. Now, settings are important, but also shooting technique is really important when shooting low light video. You have to keep these things in mind as well. Use a large monopod or tripod, especially if you're walking and moving. The longer, the better really. This one is just about good enough. You can see how much it extends. Quite a lot, but even longer than this, if you're shooting moving video, would be ideal. The longer the monopod or the selfie stick, the more of the movement will be absorbed, so the further away from your body, the better. Next up is to use two hands while you're walking. Again, this will absorb the motion of your steps or running or whatever you are doing, however you're moving, making sure you're gripping with both hands, tensing as you do. That's going to have a bit of shock absorption and reduce any vibrations in your video. And finally, some editing tips. In the Insta360 app or studio, you can color correct your video fairly easily. In the color correcting areas, you can make some adjustments which will really improve the quality of your videos. Raise the shadows slightly, lower the highlights to preserve bright lights, and add a touch of saturation to bring out the artificial colors in the lights. Adjusting these bars and playing around, you can really bring out some details, highlight the bright lights that you want to highlight, and keep everything looking sharp. So there we go, guys. That is my quick overview of how to shoot low light video with the Insta360 X5. If you follow those settings that I had on the screen and follow my shooting techniques, how to set up the camera, then you should have a pretty good time being able to shoot some low light video. But bear in mind that this is still a action camera with very small sensors. It's not going to be able to perform well in truly dark conditions where there is no artificial light. It's just not built for that. Even with that Purevideo mode, which does work really well, it's still going to struggle. The best way to shoot with this camera at nighttime is in a city environment or indoors with plenty of artificial lights. So yes, but until next time guys, it's been fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.